Today on the YY family, you know how frogs live in the water and on land? Well, Mom's gonna show me more about that. Dad's gonna teach me how to fix broken stuff with glue. Then Quick and Quack tell Mom and me how different birds build nests.
Then there's the African weaver bird, which designs its nest to keep snakes out.
Uncle Micro and Uncle Scope will show me what happens to us when we get dizzy. And later, Grandpa and Zygo will teach me more about telescopes. Well, this is gonna be way cool. So stay tuned.
Come along with me and meet the smartest family in all the town. The YY family. Mom can make it plain to see that what goes up eventually comes down. The YY family. Come and meet the YY family. We got a lot of real know-how. Grandpa knows a lot about flying. Ask him and I'll show you now. Why do airplanes fly?
When I land, I'll tell you why.
Meanwhile, there's a dragon making some kind of a potion in a vat. The YY family. And Grandma's no stranger. She can teach you all the dangers found in that. The YY family. Max is a mechanical marvel. Why? I know copy kind of guy. Maybe we can show you the answer now. If you want to take a look inside. Everybody's in a lather.
Rushing, wondering what's the matter.
Every person hears a cry.
Rushes to the baby side.
What's the deal? What could it be? Just on the YY family.
Hey, the questions that you have are not too serious. The animals and plants are not so mysterious, so have no fear. Everything will be made clear. Vanilla, Quick, and Quack are here.
You should see your face, Victor.
Imagine getting scared by a harmless little frog. What's going on, Victor?
Quick and Quack just got scared by the frog's daddy.
Frog's daddy? Oh, you mean the toad.
Frog's daddy.
That's
What's
a
so
good one.
funny?
I couldn't be this frog's daddy.
That's right. Frogs and toads are two different species. We're kind of related. We both belong to the amphibian family.
And we both started out as tadpoles.
Amphibians? Tadpoles?
Vanilla, that's your cue.
With a little help from our new friends, we can get a nice close look at tadpoles. There's some tadpoles over there.
Just wait a minute. The frog said it used to be a tadpole.
But that looks like a fish, not a frog.
Yeah, he's got a point. We're amphibians. That name means double life. As tadpoles, we live in water. As grown-ups, we live on the land. So it's like we have two lives. So how does a tadpole turn into a frog?
It ain't easy, let me tell you. When I first hatched, I didn't have a mouth. I couldn't move. And I was in a pond full of hungry fish. Oh.
No mouth. What did you do for food? Well, tadpoles have a reserve of food inside themselves that sustains them for a few days until their mouths appear. And then they can move around and eat. Well, how did you breathe?
Tadpoles breathe through gills, just like fish.
Gills?
Oh yeah, see, gills filter oxygen out of the water. As a tadpole grows, its gills slip inside its body.
Say, I could grow a lot faster if there wasn't so much noise around here.
So tadpoles breathe underwater, but you breathe there just like us. Right. After about 3 months, the tadpole's gills are replaced by lungs. It also develops its hind legs. Its front legs develop below the skin. Then when they are fully formed, they pop out all at once.
Sometimes only one front leg appears. I had to get by on 3 legs for a while.
Wow, now it looks a lot more like a frog. But it still has a tail.
Yeah, but not for long. Its tail will shrink and disappear now that it's not needed.
And its lungs have completely formed, so it can leave the water.
Which would be a good way to avoid that fish.
We'd better hurry. That fish is awful fast. Hooray! It's safe! Well, I understand about frogs and tadpoles now.
Mom! Dad!
Here again.
How does it do this? How does it do that? Max is the one with the electronic knack. Machines are his thing, so don't go berserk. Max on the job. You'll find out how they work.
Hey, Dad, what you doing?
Shh, quiet, Victor. I'm experimenting with this microphone.
Dad, there's a bug on the microphone. I'm gonna get rid of it for you.
Wait, Victor, don't!
Oops. I'm sorry, Dad.
It's all right, Victor. It was an accident. At least nothing got broken.
That's what you think.
Oh, boy. Well, don't worry, everybody. I've got plenty of glue. We'll have everything fixed up in a jiffy.
Sure, we'll have everything fixed up in a jiffy. With glue. Say, Dad, how does glue work?
Well, before I can explain how glue works, you have to understand molecules.
Okay, lay it on me.
A molecule is the tiniest possible piece of matter. Take a look. These are molecules that make up this piece of china.
And what are these?
Those are the molecules of the liquid in the glue. That's called a solvent. The solvent keeps the glue in a liquid form so that the glue's molecules can slip inside the microscopic holes in the china. The glue molecules cling to the china molecules. Then when the solvent evaporates, the glue molecules pull together to form a very strong bond. Now this particular glue is designed to stick best to china. It wouldn't work nearly as well on metal. But there are all sorts of different glues for different uses. For example, Grandpa's using a glue designed to hold airplane parts together.
Glue sure sounds handy. But what did people do before they had glue?
Well, people have been using glue for thousands of years. And you can even find glue in nature. Come on, I'll show you.
Hello, dear. How's the repair job coming along?
Great, Mom.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the glue to dry. So it seemed like a good time to show Victor how nature uses glue.
Good idea. Look, Victor. This plant uses bright colors to attract insects. Then it traps them with a sticky substance on its leaves.
Why does it do that?
It's a carnivorous plant.
That means it eats the insects.
Oh, sure. Now you tell me.
What was that?
That's a chameleon. It has a sticky tongue that it uses to catch insects.
But not wasps.
Well, the glue has had plenty of time to dry.
Hey, everybody! Dad's finished fixing your stuff!
Sure took long enough.
And thanks to my assortment of special glues, you can be sure they'll look this good for a long, long time. Now, what do you suppose got into them?
Hey, the questions that you have are not too serious. The animals and plants are not so mysterious, so have no fear. Everything will be made clear. Vanilla, Quake, and Quack are here.
Hey, Quick! Hey, Quack! Look! I built a new nest for you guys!
Oh, yes. Oh, you know what, Victor? That is a fine nest. You know, I don't think I've ever seen a better nest built by a human being.
What Quick is trying to say is, well,
What they're trying to say, Victor, is that you did a great job, but nobody can build a nest as well as a bird.
I can see that. So, how do birds learn to build their nests?
Well, it's not something we learn. It's instinct. Something we were born knowing. Now my associate, Mr. Quack, will demonstrate the basic principles of nest building.
I will? I will. The first thing you have to do is find a nice, safe spot for the nest. Like there. Oh, yeah. This is perfect. It's got southern exposure, a panoramic view of the garden. And it comes with its own plumbing.
Are you sure you know how to build a nest?
Well, actually, Victor, he doesn't. But he's taught us something very important anyway.
I have?
You see, it's usually the female bird that builds the nest. Oh, now this is a good spot. It's quiet, and it's hidden away from other animals and birds. I'll be right back.
Hey, where's she going?
To get material for the nest. We birds make use of all sorts of things. Twigs, mud, grass, feathers, moss, anvils. Anvils?
Hey, what's a cartoon without an anvil?
Sometimes to make the nest softer, birds even use wool or animal hair.
Hey, come back here with my wool!
Hey, come back here with my hair.
Well, I think we're ready to build now. We work in a circle when we build a nest. Gives it that nice bowl shape. Whoa! Quick! No! That's woodworking! That's next week's show.
Sorry! How's this? Now, we line the nest with soft materials, like moss, hair, or feathers, to protect our eggs.
Do all birds build nests this way?
Well, this is what you might call your standard model. But each species of bird has its own little tricks. Swallows build their nests out of spit and mud. And when the mixture dries, it's as hard as cement. Then there's the African weaver bird, which designs its nest to keep snakes out.
Snakes?
Yeah, a lot of snakes in Africa. And they love birds.
There are some birds that don't build nests at all. Cuckoo birds lay their eggs on the ground, or the edges of cliffs, or even in other birds' nests.
Hey, you'll be hearing from my attorney.
Say, maybe our species doesn't build nests.
Ah, for once, you've got a point. You know, I'm not even sure what species we belong to. Hey, it says here the male builds the nest.
Uh-oh.
You better get busy, pal. We need a formal dining room, a guest room. I think I should have my own.
You have seen nothing like this. With these two guys you can't miss. You wonder what's inside you. These are just the guys to guide you. Come on, let's go. Let's go, let's go. These guys are in the know. Micro and Scopo.
Feel so good. My head is spinning.
Well, it's your own fault. You know roller coasters make you dizzy.
Why is he dizzy, Uncle Micro?
Well, you see, Victor, he's been tossed around in different directions, and that's affected his inner ear.
What do ears have to do with feeling dizzy?
Oh, I feel better now.
We're headed for the inner ear.
Where are we, Uncle Micro?
We're in that kid's ear. Come on! This is the eardrum. On the other side of it is the inner ear. Now, what we're interested in are the semicircular canals.
The semi-what?
Canals shaped like half circles, if you prefer. There are 3 of them in each ear. They respond to our movements and give us our sense of balance.
Why do we have 3 semicircular canals, Uncle Micro?
An excellent question, Victor. Why, it's because each of the semicircular canals has a special job. This one detects up and down movements.
Oh, get me off this crazy thing!
And this one picks up circular movements, like when you turn your head. The third detects movements from side to side.
But how do they pick up these movements?
I thought you might ask that. This is the inside of one of the semicircular canals.
Hi, look at all these hairs.
Those are called cilia. When your head moves, they sway in the liquid and promptly send a signal to the nerve. Which then transmits the signal to the brain. All of this happens in a split second. So if we lose our balance, like this, well, the brain quickly sends signals to our muscles so we can regain our balance.
So how does all this make me dizzy?
Don't you get it?
Oh, thank you very much, Micro. Now I'm all dizzy again.
Right. Your feet, your eyes, your muscles, they all signal to the brain that you've stopped.
But the fluid in your inner ear is still sloshing around and telling your brain that you're moving.
Exactamundo, Victor. The brain gets confused. But then, when the fluids settle...
We stop feeling dizzy.
Hey, he's pretty good. Whoa, 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 we're really moving.
I don't know what that kid is doing, but we better get out of here. Well, Victor, any other questions?
Yeah, didn't you know that tree was there?
Who has all the answers about the sun and moon and stars? That would be Zygo and Magic. Who can tell us all about the atmosphere and Mars? That would be Zygo and Magic. Pick a spot in outer space, they've been all around the place. Zygo and Magic, here they come.
Hey, Dad! It's working! It's really working! It's working! It's working!
What's working?
Your satellite link. It's picking up tons of data!
Oh, that! Well, of course it's working.
Grandpa, stuff always works.
But this is really special. I'm picking up transmissions from the Hubble!
What's a Hubble?
It's a space telescope. It's named after Edwin Hubble, the astronomer who discovered that the universe is expanding.
What's a space telescope?
You see, Victor, telescopes on Earth all have the same problem.
Yeah, you can't see that much.
It does look a little blurry.
That's because of the Earth's atmosphere, the layer of gas that surrounds the Earth. It contains the air we breathe. But it also contains things like dust particles and water vapor that get in the way of the starlight.
If you put a telescope outside the atmosphere, say 375 miles above the Earth, where the Hubble orbits, you don't have that problem.
Is that it over there?
Hey, hello! I've got company! How's it going over there?
Whoa, it's huge! It must weigh a ton!
Actually, it weighs 11 tons. Or it would if it were on Earth. It weighs a lot less when there's no gravity.
What does he do exactly?
He studies the stars, and he transmits what he sees back down to Earth.
Great! More data from the Hubble! I love this!
And computers turn Hubble's data into readable pictures.
Boy, this is clear! I practically feel like I'm on Saturn.
So now that I know what you can do, can you show me how you do it?
Sure! Come on over!
Hold on! I'm coming too!
What's this?
Well, those are solar panels. They let me convert sunlight into electricity, so I have the power I need to do my job.
So what do you look like on the inside?
Come on in and see.
Why, that's a fine idea. I'll just take a little nap till you get through.
Don't do that, Grandpa. I need you to tell me how Hubble takes his photographs.
Well, that's an interesting point, Victor. You see, stars don't actually give off enough light to register on film.
So the Hubble concentrates the light from the stars so it will leave an image. Look there!
Hey! Ha! That's us!
The telescope uses a huge mirror to collect the light from the stars, then projects the starlight onto a smaller screen to form a smaller image of what it's seeing. This image is then photographed and sent to Earth to be analyzed.
Everything the telescope sees is sent back to Earth?
I can't believe it! The Hubble has detected signs of life in outer space! Oh, I should have known.
Hubba Hubba!
Well, Victor, what'd you learn today?
Oh, tons of neat stuff. I learned that tadpoles slowly develop into frogs while they are underwater. I found out that if you want to learn about glue, you have to learn about molecules and solvents.
Then when the solvent evaporates, the glue molecules pull together to form a very strong bond.
I also learned when birds build nests, they use all kinds of stuff.
Twigs, mud, grass, feathers.
I learned that inside the inner ear there are things happening which control our sense of balance. And I learned that there are telescopes way out in space that transmit messages back to Earth.
Sounds like a pretty big day.
It was, but I still have plenty of questions left for next time.